A lot of video editors are not able to grow because they don't have a strong foundation or basics of editing a video. And when I say that, I don't mean how to edit a video, because you can easily go to YouTube and watch a lot of tutorials on how to edit using CapCut, Filmora, Premiere Pro. But there will be very few creators who will be talking about why do people even prefer watching videos, or why do we even edit videos apart from getting the money. And it is very important for you to answer these questions so you can be in the right direction and understand what type of editing should be done, because you know that as a video editor you can edit videos in 100 ways, but there will be very few ways to hit that sweet spot so that the video you edited can get more engagement and watch time and a lot of views. The second reason why it is very important to know the answer to these questions and have strong foundation and basics is because if you don't have it, when you will be talking to a high paying client, you won't be able to give them the answers that they need. And when I say high paying clients, I don't mean cash cow videos or how to blog someone on WhatsApp videos. I mean YouTubers, podcasters, documentaries. I'm saying all this because compared to a lot of video editors, I quickly became successful in the video editing space. There are people who have been editing for more years than I have ever edited, but I was able to get high paying clients. And even now if I want, I can get more clients and I can work with. So this is why it is very important for you to know all that. So in this video, first we will talk about why do people even prefer watching video, because that will give us a foundation or a basics that will help us to decide the editing style that we should have in the project that is given to us. The second thing is that we will take a look at some questions that we should always ask ourselves before working on any project so that we can understand which editing style we should have on this video project. And at the end of the video, I will talk about one really important thing, the mindset, the perspective shift you should have as a video editor to become successful in video editing space. So let's first talk about why do people even prefer watching videos. It is because it is easy to understand. Watching videos are easy to understand and they are entertaining. And because of that, we see that more and more people watch video compared to reading and listening, right? Because people used to listen to audiobooks and all that, but people generally prefer watching videos. Now that was the answer, but now let's understand why that's the case. So let's compare watching videos with reading books. So when you are reading something, it requires a lot of mental energy, because first you need to know how a symbol sounds like, and then if a group of different symbols is there, what does that sound like and what is the meaning of that sound or word, and then you need to understand the whole paragraph, and then you need to keep in mind, and then you need to go to the next paragraph, and on and on and on. So you see how much effort there is. Now a lot of this problem was solved by audios, right? Because in audio you don't need to know how to read, you don't need to look at different symbols, but the problem with listening to things is that it doesn't engage us as much because we don't know visually how things would look like. A part of our brain will get distracted very easily. It doesn't engage us. So that is why people prefer watching videos, as I told you, because it is easy to understand and it is engaging or entertaining. So from that, we should understand that when we are editing videos, our videos first should be easy to understand and then we should make them entertaining. Our videos should not be hard on the viewer, because if they're going to be hard on the viewer, they will not prefer watching it, unless that's what you're specifically going for because you have a very weird project. But generally, most of the times, our videos first should be easy to understand and then they should be entertaining. Now let's take a look at the part 2, how to decide which editing style should be there, because there are different editing styles. If we look at Mr. Who is the Boss, MKBHD, Johnny Harris, Magnets Media, Vox, all of these people have different styles, right? How should we decide what editing style should we have on the project that we are working on? The first thing is that you need to take a look at the preference of the client. Always ask the client, how would you like your videos to look like after editing, right? The second thing that you should look at is that who is going to be the target audience of the video. So for example, if the target audience of the video you're going to be working on is going to be below the age of 20 or 25, then you need to make the video a little bit fast paced, like Mr. Who is the Boss or Mr. Beast, because people of that age have very short attention span. So if the video is a little bit slow, they're not going to like it. But if the target audience is above the age of 25 or 30, the more up you go to that age, the slower paced your video should be, because a lot of people on older age, they have very good attention span and they don't like when you show them a lot of motion graphics, transitions, sound effects. They want to have a calm experience, right? So first, look at the preference of the creator, of the client that you're working with. Second, look at the target audience. Third, look at the topic of the video, what it is intended for. Is it going to be an educational video, or is it going to be an emotional storytelling experience, or is it going to be an entertaining video? If it is going to be an entertaining video, make it fast paced, but always consider the target audience and the personality of the creator. If it is going to be, let's say, educational video, you need to make it slow paced and you need to use motion graphics to explain the stuff, and always try to make the video in a way that even if they are not getting entertained or engaged, but the concepts that are being explained are easily understandable. One good example is going to be Alex Hormozy or Imam Ghazi. But if the video is storytelling type, emotional, right, you can use a lot of music, you can keep it slow so that the people can feel it, right? And then you need to take a look at the budget of the video and the deadline of the video. So for example, this video that you're watching, in my mind, the video should be edited at max 3 to 4 days. And I know that the people who are going to watch this video are going to be above the age of 18 and below the age of 13. And then I'm going to consider that these people are going to watch this video for educational purposes. So I'm going to put some motion graphics, some sound effects, but not a lot of them. So this is how you decide what editing style you should go for. And now let's talk about the most important thing, that a lot of video editors make this mistake. And the mistake that make is that whenever they edit a video, they edit from the perspective of an editor and not from the perspective of a viewer. Every time you put a cut, every time you keep something, every time you make a motion graphic, always ask yourself this question: is the viewer going to like it? Do not try to over edit videos just to impress the person who gave you the project or to satisfy your ego. This is a mistake that a lot of video editors make, that they put a lot of motion graphics, a lot of sound design, because they have seen videos like Magnets Media or Mr. Beast, and they think that that's the best editing style and that it should be used everywhere. Trust me, after working with a lot of creators, that's not the case. It depends on the creator. You need to be very mindful of everything that you do when you're editing a video. A good example that I can give you is this, or an analogy. So for example, let's say that there is a cook, right, or a chef. A good cook or a chef knows all the ingredients and the spices, and if I ask them, hey, can you make me a delicious food, they're not gonna go like, okay, he needs something delicious, so let me put as many spice or as many ingredients as possible. He's gonna be like, okay, I know Zishan, he likes spicy food, so I'm gonna put more spices, X amount of this ingredient will be good, I should put this spice that much. He's not gonna put everything to the fullest of it, right? He's gonna be very careful of each and every decision he makes, right? So this is how you should be editing videos. Whenever you edit a video, do not think from the perspective of an editor, think from the perspective of a viewer. And once you change that mindset, your videos are going to look much better. Because your videos look much better, the chances of you getting a high paying long-term retainer type client is gonna go up. So keep that in mind. Understand the reason why people watch video is because they are easy to understand and that they are entertaining. You need to ask yourself questions like, whenever working on a project, that who is going to watch this video, what is the preference of the person who gave me the project, what is the topic of the video, and then edit. And once you start editing, do not edit from the perspective of a video editor, edit from the perspective of a viewer. In other videos, I will also talk about the mistakes that a lot of people make. So if you like, subscribe to this channel. So that was it for this video. I will explain this concept of editing from the perspective of a viewer in details in another video. And I think the next video that I will make is probably going to be about the mistakes that a lot of new editors make. And hey, if you want some free editing assets or some resources, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you in another video, and bye bye, take care.